Understanding your athletes in terms of the role of the coach. So certainly we want to get to know them well. How do we actually do that? How do we get to know our athletes well? Because it's not possible to build this quality relationship with them unless we're having fun. What else? Communication, what I consider to be off-topic conversations. So, I'm like you, I'm a coach, and when I coach these rowers overseas, I consider it still to be part of my job too. When we sit down, we were training at a facility not unlike the AIS in Canberra, and it's much smaller though. But essentially we'll go training in the morning on the lake, and we'll come up and have breakfast together, and we'll go back before lunch, and come back up and have lunch, and go back and come back up and have dinner. So we're up to 3 meals a day with this same group of people. And whenever I'm over there, I always try and take as much opportunity to sit with the guys and have a chat to them about anything but rowing. So a recognition that they have all of these other things going on in their life, but it's also an opportunity for me to share a little bit about myself. Because for them to trust me on the water, where else do they have to trust me? Yeah, off the water. Okay. And so I consider that to be a critical part of whether I'm going to be able to get a good outcome with those guys. In many ways, it refers to what we consider to be our more athlete-centered coaching style. What we mean by that is that the heart of this model is a coach understanding themselves. So what is your coaching style? You're the type of coach that's really directive, tells your athletes what to do, goal-orientated, which is fine if you are. Or are you more of a motivational style coach, or are you more of a coach that is more facilitated, asks questions, shares information, wants that feedback from the athlete? We're the type of coach that creates a really great structure and environment and loves to just see your athletes go out there and basically find their own way about it. Now, the reality is that regardless of what style of coach you are, it's important to know, because it's all about making, as we said before, one style doesn't fit all types of athletes, and certainly one style of coaching doesn't suit all situations. So from our experience, working with lots and lots of coaches now, we've profiled in our business more than 3,000 coaches, is that we found the most successful coaches to be the most adaptable. And that's just an interesting thing. If we can help our athletes develop self-awareness, that's a really important part of our role, as we mentioned before. Two-way communication and athlete involvement in decision-making. Now, what's amazing about that is even the under-7s that I coach, these little kids, little nippers, they understand the activities, the games that we're going to play every single Sunday. And, just after a couple of times playing, if you say to them, right, what game do you want to play next, and what activity do you want to do, they'll say, let's play flags. I say, fantastic, because that's in the program anyway. Doesn't matter whether we do it now or later, but when they suggest what the next activity is going to be, what changes? Yeah, the level of ownership, buy-in, and belonging to the whole process. Okay? So even young kids can have some level of involvement. Okay? Do they get to set where the flags are going to be for the activities in terms of we're going to run out into the surf? The kids get to set the flags in terms of they might put it in the middle of the rib. Okay? So that's a level of involvement that they don't have. But it is explained to them. Okay? So even young kids can have that sort of level of decision making and involvement. And ultimately that one, a lot of coaches sort of challenge us and say one of the key skills that we want our athletes to learn is decision making. So in the heat of battle and out of competition, how do you help your athletes make better decisions? Where do they learn that skill? What do you think? How can we help them learn decision making skills? Practicing and training, right? Absolutely. So we want them to do it in a game. We can't give them all of the answers. Right? So yeah, just getting that level of ownership and buy-in, it helps.